very, very auspicious, very divine festival involving Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his associates, and also the foremost of the Goswamis, the most renounced of the Goswamis, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. So let us begin with invocation, and then from Chaitanya Charitamrita, we will see this beautiful festival. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunnavadi Pashyata Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. So this festival is celebrated because of Lord Nityananda Prabhu's causeless mercy. And when Lord Nityananda Prabhu, he was told by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to return to Gaudadesh. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Shripad Puri na asive, Gaudadesh raha, that you remain in Gaudadesh and you preach Krishna consciousness. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling all over to spread Krishna consciousness, to inundate everyone with Krishna consciousness. And the story of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami is that Sri Raghunath Das Goswami is the only son in his family. Family comprised of his father and his elder brother. And both of them are very big landlords. Previously, landlords were considered as kings. Landlord. Lord means king. One who owned the land. Or rather, they owned the right to collect revenue on the land. You know, previously, when Britishers ruled, and even before the Britishers ruled, there was the rule of the Muslims. So in that time in Bengal, there were powerful Nawabs, like Nawab Hussain Shah. And Nawab Hussain Shah kingdom, what they used to do, they used to appoint landlords. And these landlords used to collect a certain amount of revenue from the various districts. And whatever revenue was collected, they were supposed to deposit in the treasury 3/4. and 1/4 they could keep for themselves as for their maintenance and towards meeting the expenses in collecting the revenues. So previously in Saptagram area where Srila Raghunath Das Goswami appeared, there was a Turk Chaudhary, a Muslim landlord. But when that Muslim landlord was there, he could not collect much. He would always fall short of the target of revenue that was given for him to collect. So what the Nawab did, he actually terminated him, and instead of that he appointed Srila Hiranya Majumdar and Govardhan Majumdar, the father and uncle of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. And they were so expert that they could collect much more revenue than the target revenue. It is said yearly their collection was 2 million gold coins. Just imagine. How many years back? More than 550 years back, collecting 2 million gold coins. And out of the 2 million gold coins, they used to deposit 1.2 million in the treasury and 0.8 million. That is 8 lakhs. 8 lakhs gold coin per annum was their share. So Kaviraj Goswami says that the opulence that was there in the house of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami excelled even the opulence of Indra. He was so rich. And in such a scenario, he took birth. But he was very fortunate. From his childhood, he got the association of Srila Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, as we were reading the other day, when he left Benapole and he came to Bengal, he first came to Saptagram. And there was one priest of Hiranya Majumdar and Govardhan Majumdar, Balram Acharya. And Balram Acharya was very close to Srila Haridas Thakur. He in fact made arrangement for Haridas Thakur to stay one moment. So because Balram Acharya used to come, he was the priest, he was the chief priest of Govardhan and Hiranya Majumdar. He would freely come in the house to perform various worship and rituals. So the boy, Raghu, he got his association, and through the association of Balram Acharya, he would get the association of Srila Haridas Thakur. So from his childhood, although there was so much of opulence, there was so much of comfort, Raghunath was not interested in this kind of life. He came to know about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu from Balram Acharya and Srila Haridas Thakur. He started to chant the holy names from his childhood. And he would show complete detachment and disinterest from worldly life. So he had only one aspiration. His aspiration was, when will he get the opportunity to have audience of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? So day and night he was dreaming, he was aspiring, he was planning when he will be able to go and meet Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri. But his father and his uncle, Amongst both of them, they had only one son. He was the inheritor. So they had many guards. They had many soldiers. So they put so much of vigilance and guard all around Raghunath Das Goswami that Raghunath could not run. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after taking sannyas, he wanted to go to Vrindavan, and he was tricked by Nityanand Prabhu, and he was brought to Advait Bhavan in Shantipur. So at that time, he is the first among the 6 Goswamis to have met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just shortly after Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. So they went from Saptagram along with Balram Acharya and Haridas Thakur to go and have audience of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that time, he blessed Raghunath Das Goswami and told him that do not show renunciation. Mahaprabhu told him to go back to his house and externally behave like a businessman and internally be absorbed. With that instruction, he comes back and he starts to take care of the family business. And that family business grows even further. So one day, Raghunath Das Goswami comes to know that Sri Nityanand Prabhu has arrived. He has arrived in a village which is very near to where he was in Saptagram. So we will start reciting from Chaitanya Charitamrita of this very beautiful description of this festival of Cida Dahi Utsav at Panihati. Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jayo Jayo Shri Chaitanya Jayo Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Panihati Grame Paila Prabhura Darshana Kirtaniya Sevak Sange Aur Bahujana. In the village of Panihati, Raghunath Das obtained an interview with Nityanand Prabhu, who was accompanied by many Kirtan performers, servants, and others. So Mahaprabhu is Lord Balram. So whenever there is the Supreme Lord, he is never alone. He is along with so many of his associates, so many of his servants, so many of his followers. Ganga tire vriksha mule pindara upare vasiya chen yena koti suridaya kote. Sitting on the rock. So this is the description of when Raghunath Das Goswami got the audience from Nityanand Prabhu. So Nityanand Prabhu was very far off. So from a distance, Raghunath Das saw Nityanand Prabhu. How he saw? Nityanand Prabhu was sitting on a rock under the tree on the bank of Ganges. Not Lord Nityanand seemed as effulgent as hundreds and thousands of rising suns. Koti Surya Doya Kare. Koti means hundreds and thousands. And Surya is sun, Udoy Kare. When the sun rises, so it as if thousands of suns have risen together. Tale upare bahu bhakta hana cheve shishta dekhi prabhura prabhav raghunatha vishmita. Many devotees sat on the ground surrounding him. Nityanand Prabhu was surrounded by many thousands of devotees. Seeing the influence of Nityanand Prabhu, Raghunath Das was astonished. Dandavata hoya se padila kate dure sevak kahe Raghunath dandavat kare. So Raghunath Das offered his obeisances by falling prostrate at a distant place. So from wherever distance he saw Nityanand Prabhu, as soon as he got the first sight, the first glimpse of Nityanand Prabhu, what he did, he just fell like a rod, dandavat. He just fell like a rod and falling prostrate at a distant place. The servants of Nityananda Prabhu pointed out, but he was very far off. And Nityananda Prabhu was sitting on that rock, was surrounded by so many of his associates, followers, servants, disciples. So some of the uh, followers of Nityananda Prabhu, they could trace that from a distance Raghunath Das has appeared. So they told Nityananda Prabhu, there is Raghunath Das offering you obeisances. Suni Prabhu kahe chora dili darshana aya aya aji tora karimu dandana. Hearing this, when Lord Nityananda Prabhu was told that Raghunath has come and he is offering you obeisances from a distant place, hearing this, Nityananda Prabhu said, you are a thief. Nityananda Prabhu is calling Raghunath Das Chora. You are a thief. And now you have come to see me. Come here, come here. Today I shall punish you. What the thieves are to be done? They are not to be worshipped or rewarded. They are to be punished. So Nityananda Prabhu decided that he is going to give punishment today to Raghunath. Prabhu bole te ho nikate na karega mana akarshiya tare mathe Prabhu dharila charana. The Lord called him. So Raghunath was hesitating to come forward, but Nityananda Prabhu caught him and dragged him. Dragged him very close to him. The Lord called him, but Raghunath did not go near. The Lord then forcibly caught him. And what he did, when he dragged him, he came near, he placed his lotus feet above Raghunath Das' head. What a fortune. Nitai Pada Kamala, Koti Chandra Shushritela. Je Chhayaye, Judaye, Jagata. So that is the ultimate perfection, to come close to the lotus feet of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And here Raghunath Das Goswami is so fortunate that Nityananda Prabhu is placing both his lotus feet directly on the head of Raghunath. Kautuke Nityananda Saheje Daya Mae Raghunath Kahe Kichu Hoya Sadoye. Lord Nityananda was by nature very merciful and funny. This is very important. So Nityananda Prabhu is called Abdhut. Abdhut means that he is unpredictable. One can never know what Nityananda Prabhu will do. So by nature he is very merciful. Nityanand Sahaja Dayamoy. And Kautuki. Kautuki means something which is unpredictable, very funny. He spoke to Raghunath Das as follows. Nikatena aisi chora bhaga dure dure aji lagi pani achi dandi mu tumare. So Nityananda Prabhu said, you are just like a thief. For instead of coming near, you stay away at a distant place. Now that I have captured you, I shall punish you. Again and again, Nityananda Prabhu is calling him, is addressing him as a thief. And again he is saying that I have now caught you. You have been caught red-handed. So now you are going to get punishment. Now, what is that punishment? This is the punishment, the transcendental Danda. Punishment that Lord Nityananda Prabhu gives to Raghunath Das Goswami. He says, Dadi Cida bhakshane karaha mora gane suni anandita hoila Raghunath mane. So Nityananda Prabhu's punishment is, make a festival and feed all my associates yogurt and chipped rice. Hearing this, Raghunath Das was greatly pleased. So this was the punishment. What was the punishment? That he placed his lotus feet and fully blessed him. And to expand his blessing, Nityananda Prabhu punished him by saying that for all my associates, and now we will come to see how many associates were there of Nityananda Prabhu. Not few, or not few hundreds, or not even few thousands. Many hundreds and thousands of his associates. He says, for each and every one of them, you have to make this festival of Dahi Cida. That was the Danda. Anyone knows why again and again Nityananda Prabhu is calling Raghunath Das Goswami as a thief? He comes from the family where there is so much of opulence. There is so much of surplus. Where is the need for Nityananda Prabhu? Hiranya Majumdar and Govardhan Majumdar, they used to maintain so many hundreds of Vaishnava families, so many Brahmanas. They were very generous in giving donations, in making contributions. But again and again, Nityananda Prabhu is calling Raghunath a thief. Anyone knows why he is being called again and again as a thief? And why he is fit for punishment? As Nityananda Prabhu is saying that, today I will punish you. I have caught you and I will punish you. Yes, Pranav, you want to speak?
I think he got love of Godhead, love of Mahaprabhu.
He got?
Surpassing Nityananda Prabhu.
So
love of Mahaprabhu surpassing Nityananda Prabhu.
No, how did he get?
By dipping in the river.
No, that is Narottam Das Thakur. You're confusing. That is Narottam Das Thakur. That was in Padma river. That was for Narottam Das Thakur. This is Raghunath Das Goswami. Narottam Das Thakur came much later. He is at least 2 generations later. Why Nityananda Prabhu is calling Raghunath thief? What is he trying to steal? बोलिए देवाशीष।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। क्योंकि रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी विदाउट नित्यानंद प्रभु जी का मर्सी के बिना वो चैतन्य महाप्रभु जी का मतलब पास जाते थे, इसीलिए वो
because Raghunath Das Goswami was trying to access Nityanand Prabhu's love, which is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without his permission and mercy. Like something you possess. Something is possessed by Manoram Jagannath Prabhu. And someone else like Pranav wants to take it without his permission. So what is it called? What is it called? Stealing or transgression? So Nityanand Prabhu's treasury, his possession is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And again, Raghunath was trying to access Nityanand Prabhu's without permission, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He tried to run many times from his house to go and get the association and audience of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he was never successful. He was always caught. Every time he was caught. The guards, the soldiers, they did not allow. And he was caught. So because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says he is the property of Nityananda Prabhu. So anyone who wants to approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has to come through the disciplic succession, through the parampara system, through the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Ha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi. So that prem of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is captive within the heart of Nityananda Prabhu. Without serving and pleasing Nityananda Prabhu, who is the Adi Guru, no one can approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And whoever tries, he is to be considered as a thief and he'll be punished. Remember, Raghunath Das Goswami could give Dahi Cida festival. What about us? Our generations will be bankrupt. We cannot afford such a festival. So that is why, and because he tried to do that, although not intentionally, out of his attraction, out of his attachment for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so much he had heard from Haridas Thakur and his associates Balram Acharya. But still, one cannot approach Lord Chaitanya without the permission of Nityananda Prabhu. So that was the punishment, the true punishment which was given to Raghunath Das Goswami by Nityananda Prabhu. So let us see how this punishment is and how Raghunath Das Goswami accepts this punishment. Nityananda Prabhu says, make a festival and feed all my associates yogurt and chipped rice. Herein this Raghunath Das was greatly pleased. Say Shana Nij Loga Pathaila Grame Bhakshya Dravya Loka Sab Grama Haitane. So Raghunath Das Goswami, Raghunath Das at that time, because he was such a influential, such a powerful landlord, immediately sent his own men to the villages to purchase all kind of eatables and bring them back. Cida dahi dugdh sandesh aur chini kala sabadravya anane chaudike dharila. So this is what they brought. So if you have to prepare, how many, I don't know, how many prepared today Cida dahi? Ganesh prepared? You prepared?
Prabhuji, in mess we prepared, Prabhuji. Not
कितनी
in
वैरायटी का
mess.
बनाया? How many varieties?
Prabhuji, mango, थोड़ा सा दही सब mix करके थोड़ा सा बनाया.
You asked Devashish how much he ate today. Morning, afternoon, and also evening. पूरे दिन भर खा रहे थे. And we will see how much Raghunath Das Goswami. You did not offer to Jagannath, Ravindra and Priyanka. I told you in the morning.
Yes, Prabhuji. We made an offer, Jagannath, Dahi Cida.
How many varieties? At least 2 to 3 varieties.
One variety, Prabhuji.
No. One is miser, Kriparna. He's not a Brahman.
Prabhuji, that I don't know the recipe, Prabhuji.
I will tell you. So these are the ingredients. You see what are the ingredients. What about you? Ramya and Dayashil Bro, you are video up. Baba, you do your timing right.
What late? Yes, Prabhuji.
Your timing is getting, terribly wrong every day. It is 8:45 and your video off. And you are doing dinner? Or you are hearing?
No.
You see, if you have details, all the Gaudiya Vaishnava festivals must be celebrated, must be observed. And what to say if you have deities? It must be. So let us see. A lot of details are being given by Srila Kaviraj Goswami. So Raghunath bought chipped rice, it is Cida, yogurt, milk, sweetmeats, sugar, bananas, and other eatables and placed them all around. Cida, dahi, dugdha, sandesh, aur chini kala, sabadrav anane chaudhi ke dharila. Mahotsava naam suni brahmana sajjana Asitela gila loka asankhya ganana. As soon as so there was this news spread like fire everywhere, everywhere in the villages, in the provinces. As soon as they heard that there was a festival going on to be held, all kinds of brahmanas and other gentlemen began to arrive. There were innumerable people, asankhya ganana. और ग्रामांतरे होइते सामग्री नीला सतदुई चारी होला tahana nila. Seeing the crowd increased, Raghunath Das arranged to get more eatables from other villages. So as there was a competition. What was the competition? That the numbers were increasing, and as the numbers were increasing, the associates and servants of Raghunath Das Goswami, they were procuring much more from all the other villages. He also brought 200 to 400 large round earthen pots. बड़ा बड़ा मृत कुंडी का अनाइला 5 छठे एक विप्र प्रभु लागे चिड़ा भजिया ताते. He also obtained 5 or 7 specially large earthen pots, and in these pots a brahmana began soaking chipped rice for the satisfaction of Lord Nityananda. Ekathani tapta dugde chida bhijana ar dekha chanila dadhi china kala liya. So in one place chipped rice was soaked in hot milk in each of the large pots. Then half of the rice was mixed with yogurt, sugar and banana. So there were 2 varieties. One chipped rice was with hot milk, and the other rice was mixed with yogurt, sugar and banana. A very special banana, a champa kela, which is there. So today in the morning, His Holiness Vaishnava Swami Maharaj was giving the class. So he said, this is the spirit of festival. Everything was arranged immediately. Are you hearing? Dayashil Prabhu. No cooking, no cutting, no chopping, nothing. Everything instantly. And for hundreds and thousands of people. No preparation, instant. To make a small festival for few people, we have to plan so much. We have to arrange so much. And here we see Raghunath Das Goswami's expertise. Without setting up any kitchen, there was nothing. No cooks, no one. And he is preparing for hundreds and thousands of people. और अर्धे गानाव्रत दुग्धे तेचा नीला चंपा काला चीनी घृत कर्पूरता ते दिला. The other half was mixed with condensed milk and a special type of banana known as champa kela. Then sugar, clarified butter and camphor were added. How many of you prepared like this? Anyone? सारिका, तुमने अपने लड्डू गोपाल के लिए कुछ किया? नहीं, वो तुम्हारे लिए करेंगे, तुम उनके लिए क्यों करो, है ना? ठीक नहीं. This is not worship. So see, so much details are given. Why the details are given? So that we can know and we can apply. So next time there should not be any excuse. This is Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antilila. This chapter, I think, fourth chapter. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meeting Raghunath Das Goswami. So every time, next time, you should invite devotees also. Invite devotees and have, this is the spirit of festival. In the morning, when I came from my walk and I saw Narsimdev, there were 2 big pots offered to Narsimdev of Dahi Cida. At least 2 varieties were made. So I asked the Mataji who is in charge of DT kitchen, Nirguna Mataji. I asked her how many varieties you have made. So she told me 2. I said, it is very less. She said, don't worry. During the day, I will make more. I will make, throughout the day, I will make offerings. And then in my heart, I had a desire that I want to receive this prasad. And when we were hearing the class, as just after the class was over, one devotee came with this pot right in front of me. Me and Rishi Kumar Prabhu both were sitting side by side. So I cannot say you give it to me. It is not proper. So I told him, give it to Rishi Kumar Prabhu. So Rishi Kumar Prabhu said, why you were giving to me so that you can have? I said, yes, let us both of us have. And we both had a big share. Both of us directly coming from Lord Nrsimhadev. Little bit was, you got it, na Devashish? You got some bit?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes, Prabhuji.
And later from the DT kitchen, 2 big leaf cups filled came from the DT kitchen. And then from the other kitchen also, there was so much. So during the day, we had so much of Cida Dahi. So whatever austerity was done for this Nirjala Ekadashi, it was all compensated today with this Cida Dahi. And Maharaj was saying that after observing Nirjala, we should have this festival of Cida Dahi festival. So next time, who will take the responsibility of preparing it and inviting all devotees? Okay, both of you. So 1 year, so alternatively 1 year we will come to Raminder Prabhu's house and 1 year to Dayashil Prabhu's house. Sadhika does not want to do. She wants to be invited to eat and enjoy.
No, Prabhuji, I raised my hand like this.
No,
I
you
will,
did not.
Prabhuji, I will.
You did not raise the hand. The digital hand was not up. Anyway, never mind. We will not leave you. This is Dandotsav. So this was a special condensed milk and special type of banana known as champa kela. Then sugar, clarified butter and camphor were added. Dhuti pari prabhu yadi pinde te vasila satakundi vipratare agite dharila. After Nityanand Prabhu has changed his cloth for a new one and sat on a raised platform, the Brahmana brought before him 7 huge pots. See how much importance is Lord Nityanand Prabhu giving. He even went to change his cloth. He had a new set of cloth. And 7 pots were brought before him. Chabutere upare yata prabhura nij gane bada bada lok vasil mandila rachane. On that platform, all the most important associates of Sri Nityananda Prabhu, as well as other important men, sat down in a circle around the Lord. Ramadasa Sundarananda Dasa Gadadhara Murari Kamlakar Sadashiv Purandara Dhananjaya Jagadisha Parameshwar Das Mahesh Gauri Das Hoda Krishna Das Uddharana Dattayadi Yata Nij Gana Upare Vasile Sabe Ki Kare Ganana. So many associates of Nityananda Prabhu who were accompanying him. Udharan Datt Thakur and many other personal associates of the Lord sat on the raised platform with Nityananda Prabhu. No one could count them all. Suni Pandit Bhattacharya Yata Vipra Manya Kare Prabhu Sabare Upare Vasila. Hearing about the festival, all kinds of learned scholars, brahmanas and priests went there. Lord Nityananda Prabhu honored them and made them sit on the raised platform with him. Dui dui mritya kundika sabare aage dila ek dugdha chida aur dahi chida kaila. So everyone was given 2 pots, 2 varieties. Everyone was offered 2 earthen pots. One was put chipped rice with condensed milk and the other chipped rice with yogurt. Aur yata lok sabha chautara talane Mandila Bhande Vashila Tare na hoi ganane. All other people sat in the groups around the platform. So there was the first circle, the innermost circle was the platform, that the raised platform, where Nityanand Prabhu and all of his chief associates and some of the very learned Brahmanas were there. And there were many other circles around that circle in which umpteenth number of people were there. All other people sat in groups around the platform. No one could count how many people were there. Ek ek jana re dui di bhola dila dari chira dugda chira dui te bhajaila. Each and every one was supplied with 2 earthen pots. One of chipped rice soaked in yogurt and the other of chipped rice soaked in condensed milk. Kauna kauna vipre upare sthane na pana dui hole nai chida bhajaiya ganga tire giya. So some of the Brahmanas, not having gotten the place on the platform, went to the bank of the Ganges with their 2 earthen pots and soaked their chipped rice there. Tire sthane na paya aur kata jana jale nami dadi chida karaye bhakshana. So see what a sight, what kind of surrounding it was and what situation was there. There were so many people, there were so many men and women that there was no place left. So others who could not get a place even on the bank of the Ganges got down into the water. So the shore of the Ganges was full, then people went inside the water. See, just imagine people walking inside the water, holding in both their hands 2 pots, both of chida, and began eating their 2 kinds of chipped rice. Keha upare, keha tale, keha ganga tire, bisa jane tina thani, pariveshan kare. Thus some sat on the platform with Nityanand Prabhu, most fortunate, some at the base of the platform, some on the bank of the Ganges, and they were all supplied 2 pots each by the 20 men and who distributed the food. Hena kale aile tatha Raghava Pandita hasitela gila dekhi hoya vismita. So at that time Raghava Pandit arrived there. Seeing the situation, he began to laugh in great surprise. Na shagdi nana mata prasad nila prabhure aage diya baksh bhakta gane bhanti dila. He brought many kinds of food cooked in ghee and offered to the Lord. This prasadam he placed before Lord Nityanand and then distributed among the devotees. Prabhu kahe tumi lage bhoge lagaila tumi yaha utsav kare ghare prasad rahila. So Raghav Pandit said to Lord Nityanand, for you, sir, I have already offered food to the deity at home. But you are engaged in the festival here, and so the food is lying there untouched. Prabhu kahe ei driva dine kariya bhojana ratre tomar ghare prasad karimu bhakshana. So Nityanand Prabhu wants to satisfy everyone. So see how expert he is. He says, Nityanand Prabhu replied, let me eat all this food here during the day. So he has already decided, entire day he will enjoy this festival and I shall eat at your home at night. Gopa jati ami bhau, gopa gana sange, ami sukha pai pulina bhojan range. So what Nityanand Prabhu says, I belong to the community of cowherd boys. Originally he is Gopa, Balaram Gopa. And therefore I generally have many cowherd associates with me. I am happy when we eat together in a picnic like this by the sandy banks of the river. Yamuna Pulina. Raghave vasane dui kundi dio yaila. Raghave dui vidha chida tate bhajaila. Lord Nityanand made Raghav Pandit sit down and had 2 pots delivered to him also. there were two kinds of chipped rice soaked in them. Sakale lokera chida purna yabe hoila dhyane tabe prabhu maha prabhu re anila. This is very important. You see what Nityanand Prabhu is meditating on. When chipped rice had been served to everyone, whoever came from wherever, and he was in whatever location, whether he was on the platform, whether he was in the, base of the platform, whether he was in the outer circle, whether he was in the bank of the river, whether he was inside the river, everyone was served. Lord Nityanand Prabhu in meditation brought Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by the meditation of Nityanand Prabhu, arrives at the scene. Mahaprabhu aila dekhi nitai uthila tare raya sabar chida dekhite lagila. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived, Lord Nityananda Prabhu stood up. They then saw how the others were enjoying the chipped rice with yogurt and condensed milk. Sakale kundira hola nare chida eka eka grase Mahaprabhur mukhe dena kari parihasa. From each and every pot, Lord Nityananda Prabhu took one morsel of chipped rice and pushed it into the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a joke. So this was direct offering. This is sakshat. We offer to the deity, we recite prayers, but when Nityananda Prabhu is making an offering, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has to personally appear. So it is said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are 4 places where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always present. Sachire angane aur Shiva sakirtane Nityananda naratane Raghavara Gare. Ei char sthana Prabhu sada avirbhav. So these are the 4 places where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's avirbhav, appearance is there. What are the 4 places? Sachire angane. Whenever Sachi Mata, she offers bhoga, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally appears and accepts. Shiva's Kirtane. In Shiva's Thakur's house, whenever there is Kirtan, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally appears. And wherever Nityananda Prabhu dances in ecstasy, like he is going to dance here in ecstasy, he is in ecstasy. So Mahaprabhu has to appear. And also of Raghav Pandit. Raghav Pandit is a very, very special devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some other day I will speak about him. So by the meditation and call of Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu has appeared. And now see what will happen on the festival now. So Nityananda Prabhu took one morsel of chipped rice and pushed it into the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is directly offering bhoga. Hasi Mahaprabhu re aur eka grasa laya tare mukhe diya khao ya hasiya hasiya. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also smilingly took a morsel of food, pushed it in the mouth of Nityananda and laughed as he made Lord Nityananda eat it. Ei mata nitai bule sakala mandale Danda narangara dekhi Vaishnava sakale. In this way, Lord Nityananda was walking through all the groups of eaters, and all the Vaishnavas standing there were seeing the fun. Ki karaye bedaya iha keha nahi jane Mahaprabhur darshan paya kauna bhagyavane. No one could understand what Nityananda Prabhu was doing as he walked about. Some, however, who were very fortunate could see that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also present. Tabe hasi Nityananda vasila sane chari kundi aroya chida rakhila dahine. Then Nityananda Prabhu smiled and sat down. On his right side, he kept 4 pots of chipped rice that had not been made from boiled paddy. आसन दिया महाप्रभु रे ताहन वसीला दुई भाई तबे चिड़ा खाईते लगीला. Lord Nityananda Prabhu offered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a place and had him sit down. Then together the two brothers began eating chipped rice. So none of you are aware, when we offer bhoga in the altar, inside the altar, there is a big preparation. What we do, when we take the offering plate in front of the deities, so what we do, first we prepare asan. There are two sitting places, two proper asanas are put inside the altar. So we invite the lords, the deities, to come and take sitting place. And when they come, first what we do prakshalanam and achvanam. We wash their hands, we wash their mouth with mantra and the ucharas and argya, water, and their lotus feet. And after that, there are many mantras through which we invoke and we request them through the Guru Parampara to kindly accept what is being offered. It's very personal. Not like what we do in altar. Altar is, very short. But the real elaborate offering is inside the altar. And Prabhupada has made it so very filled with emotions. It's very personal that you invite the Lord, you give them proper place to sit. Then through the Guru, you invoke their presence. They sit on the asan. And when they sit on the asan, you wash their hands, feet, and mouth. And then you recite the mantra. And there's a very beautiful, very elaborate offerings. And then you chant the mantras and request them to please accept the offering. And then we come out after giving the offering and we sit outside and we chant the Gayatri mantra, meditating. So this is what Nityananda Prabhu is doing. And in his meditation, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has personally appeared and he is accepting the offering. So here it is being said that he gave him the sitting place. Lord Nityananda offered Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a place and had him sit down. Then together the two brothers began eating chipped rice. Dekhi Nityananda Prabhu Anandite Hoila Kata Kata Bhava Veshe Prakasha Karila. Seeing Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eating with him, Lord Nityananda Prabhu became very happy and exhibited varieties of ecstatic love. Agyadila Hari Boli Karaha Bhojana Hari Hari Dhvani Uthi Bharila Bhuvana. Lord Nityananda Prabhu ordered, all of you eat, chanting the holy name of Hari. Immediately the holy names Hari Hari resounded, filling the entire universe. Hari Hari Boli Vaishnav Karaye Bhojana Pulina Bhojana Sabar Hoila Smarana. When all the Vaishnavas were chanting the holy name Hari Hari and eating, they remembered how Krishna and Balram ate with their companions, the cowherd boys, at the bank of the Yamuna. Nityananda Mahaprabhu Kripaludar Raghunather Bhagya Eta Kailangikar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu were extremely merciful and liberal. It was Raghunath Das' good fortune that they accepted all these dealings. Nityananda Prabhava Kripa Janibe Kona Jana Mahaprabhu Ane Karaila Pulin Bhojana. Who can understand the influence and mercy of Lord Nityananda Prabhu? He is so powerful that he induced Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come and eat chipped rice on the bank of the Ganges. So this is this festival, this Dandotsava of Cida Dahi. So when we are offering it to Nityananda Prabhu, surely Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will accept. So when you are making an offering, please remember, because of our conditioned nature, because of our lower modes, we forget. every offering is to be done through the Guru Parampara. If it is not done through the Guru Parampara, it is not an offering. Krishna will not accept it. So we request the spiritual master, we request our spiritual master, who in turn requests Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada in turn requests entire Guru Parampara. And then it is offered to the Lord, and the Lord accepts. So this lesson was taught by Nityananda Prabhu personally to Raghunath Das Goswami. Do not try to approach Krishna directly. Do not try to approach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He failed also. Unless and until one receives the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, who is the Adi Guru, there is no possibility of achieving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And to redeem this apparent fault of Raghunath Das Goswami, this festival was made as a punishment. Dandotsava. Hare Krishna. Panihati, Dahi, Cida, Mahotsava ki jai. Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanand. Hari Hari. Anyone wants to say something? Bolo, you should participate in the festival. You should feel that we are in festival. We are participating in the festival. क्या हुआ? कुछ नहीं हुआ. No feelings. You should hear. That's why Prabhupada has given us this Shravan every day here. Whenever there is festival, in the morning we should hear. So our consciousness will connect. And we can, although we are far, we may not be present there physically, but through our consciousness we are always connected, remain connected. Hare Krishna, I'll stop here. It is, past 9. Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai.